Hello all, this is ITSL. Yes, ITSL 21-22. Now that ITSL started, I need to make sure I clarify. So this one's organised by the ITSL Hunter. We are playing Tonio. We are the USA. And let's get going. Right, looks like Middle East Scoring's the headline here, holding NASA. And precious few ops otherwise. Let's hope we don't get purged. Ooh. So 4-4-2 Middle East Scoring, yep. Defo. Okay, so let's just get my hands into the tracker. Drop the chat. So we've got 5-year and Comic Con as our 3-op cards, so a purge would be nasty. Socialist government's not much better. Arab-Israeli War. Cambridge 5, which is now playable. Vietnam Revolts and Olympic Games. So we've got a lot to do. Get into Thailand ahead of Vietnam Revolt. Try and dodge the Italy coup. But that's what's coming. Ugh, deep breath. Well, there we go. They'll play into Italy, which is the right thing to do. Alas and alack. Of course, only a 1 would have saved us, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So, the old Sotgov 4-op coup is a classic for a reason. It looks like Italy's the likely play here for ops, so we just need to... We need to hold Comic-Con as well, must remember that. Getting blockaded out. Could be enough for Europe control if I get frigged around by de Gaulle, so... Must hold Comic-Con. So if they take Italy, we'll fill France with Olympic Games. If we're lucky, we get containment AR6 and we could space NASA potentially, get out of the hand. Okay, gonna take South Korea? No. We're gonna make it difficult. Also fine. So we will take France and let them convert South Korea. No harm, no foul. Let's see which 4-op card is coming next. Ha ha ha. So I'd expect to see take South Korea here. Holy smoke. Taking the 2-op battlegrounds? Yeah. Very sensible. So we'll play into Finland as well. We're never going to keep up on battlegrounds here. Well, I suppose it's only 2 ops. We'll use the Cambridge 5 and tip that we don't have a scoring card. Just in case they have Europe. Of course, if they now don't fill Europe, we know they don't hold Europe scoring. So, bit of shared information there. potentially sneaky AR6 if they don't do anything else in Asia is tap North Korea and get presenceless domination in Asia, but that's a pipe dream. Oh, they got off to space first. Nicely done. So we will space Arab-Israeli war. And we don't get off. That's a real shame. Of course, the problem we have here is that if we use Comic-Con AR5 to hold Vietnam Revolt's AR6, we could end up... Of course, if we use Vietnam Revolts, they won't have presence as domination in Asia anyway, because they'll be in Vietnam. Doi doi. So maybe we use NASA and take a one-op coup? Tragic. Right. So captured Nazi went. Yep, we're up to date. Yep, just taking Korea. Oh, okay, a little bit of spreading around. Yeah, it's tragic, but we'll event NASA and coup with it. Boo. A little bit dull. But does potentially allow us... Oh, there's Europe. That's good news for us, in a way. And I'm tempted, very tempted, to tap Italy, because we've got the 50-50 with Truman. Let's give it a go. I mean, this also gives us, although DEFCON will be up at 4, unless we use duck and cover in the headline. But we've got a chance to pull Truman here. Come on, Truman. Alas. Defect is probably the headline. Yeah. We're unlikely to see decol or something crazy, but De Gaulle would have been nasty. A fine one to defect. So if they fill Italy, we will drop Asia scoring for 0 and then coup counter coup. Good thing we got blockade because we've got sort all 3-op cards. Which makes blockade our hold card, which frustratingly means we have to use Romanian abdication, and they have 50-50 told D-style and 50-50 told decol. So this is going to be a fairly monumental uphill struggle. Yep. So we'll drop Asia scoring 4-0. The other op went in South Korea. That's fine. So for 1. So we'll be looking at coup counter coup at some point, but we can hold out. We'd fancy him playing into Pakistan, of course. suppose if we use remaining abdication now we've seen Warsaw Pact go, we could event independent Reds. Which gives us a separate Truman target if they're holding it. No, they're going for the first coup. Okay. So we now coup Egypt. We'll put one in Benelux here. So coup on Egypt. Oi. And I guess we're looking at decol or destyle now. Which now makes me disinclined to use independent Reds to level up Romanian abdication and just kind of eat the influence. But oh boy. Tough start, but Tonio's good. Should expect it. Oh, good to get rid of. Gives us a bit of complete information. Oh, D-style and decol. Brutal. We will play into Thailand. Convert it. Oh no, they've got D-style, don't they? We've just been there. I want to see D-style go first. Whew. Okay, so we will convert it with independent Reds. Well, with no Truman, there's always the hope to tap Italy one more time. Yep, so we'll use remaining abdication to overprotect Thailand. Oh no, oh god. How many times do I have to say that? What an idiot. We'll overprotect Thailand with Vietnam revolts. Since not even the China card's going to help there. Are they going to hold you in intervention and just containment AR6, which is reasonable? We'd like to see D-style go here just so we can use Romanian abdication. Whee. It's going to be a hard ask even with those early Middle East scores, facing off Decol and D-style, of course. So, I expect D-Style now, and then an un-UN intervention containment AR6 to fill up South America a little more, is what I would do. Let's see if they do differently. The other option is a UN intervention containment into Pakistan, maybe? Taking Afghanistan and making it a 1 in 3 flip, but that seems like a bit of a waste when you can ditch AR6 containment for a single op bonus. So I expect to see this being D-style. One out of Vietnam, one out of Poland, one out of East Germany, one out of one of the Baltic states, Balkan states, into South America. India, Mexico, also potential targets. Given the duration, I'm thinking this very much is a D-style sizing up. Yep, here it comes. And I expect it to be South America and potentially Mexico. Yeah. Oh, and Panama as well. Sassy. So, not a great deal of options. We'll go Romanian abdication, 1 into Pakistan. And we'll see if they use containment to take it. Oh boy. That's some red influence across the board. Ah, does ditch containment. Interesting. So that'll be Pakistan. So we have two choices here. Oh. Ah, overprotects Italy. Very nice. Okay, so we will just take Pakistan and make them use the China card. Ooh. Maybe not. I suppose they want to take a coup. We'll level Europe and go into India. Not sure either of those are necessarily better than the other, but that's where we're at. And they got Truman anyway. NATO, NORAD, East European unrest. They may try a cheeky purge on us because we showed them defectors turn 2. So we make them for Purge, Fidel, Suez, Duck and Cover, and Truman. Yeah. Okay. And we got Independent Reds, Asia, defectors. Back. 1, 2, 3. We hold blockade, East European, Suez, NATO, NORAD, defectors, Independent Reds, blockade, and Asia scoring. We have Suez, Dodoy. That's the problem. So we know they've got Duck and Cover, Fidel, Purge, and Truman. We'll defect it. Yep, De Gaulle again, eh? De Gaulle is not being allowed to perform. We'll be able to ditch Asia scoring again after the initial coup. Although, do we want to ditch Asia scoring? We can force them to give up the China card after their coup by taking Pakistan with 3 and putting another 1 in India. But I think pragmatically, a coup with Iran is the likeliest thing. Maybe Panama. So we'll apply some pressure in Asia. Oh, very nice. Very nice. So we're hoping for no Indo-Pakistani war. And if we get Asia away for 0, we are just destroyed in the mid-war territories. All right, happy days. And CIA's gone, of course. Let's not forget that. Hui. There it is. 0, well, Finland, right? Yeah. Finland is now more capitalist than it was. Okay, so we drop Asia scoring. And I think we'll probably start using our 3-op cards for some speculative realigns in the Americas. Very wise, very wise. Let's start realigning. Venezuela first. Be good. Third time's a charm. Boo. So now they get to play into Brazil. Yeah. So now we'll realign Mexico. Alas. We'll pop another one in France. We're going to have 2 more cracks on Mexico at 33%. There we go. And Algeria, why not? No. So I've got them for Fidel and Purge. The question is, will they event Fidel and hold Purge for the turn 4 headline, which would be sassy. Having seen defectors go, Yeah, that's very likely. We ditch blockade. And we'll overprotect Panama. Well, we'll protect Panama, sort of. Ooh, grain sales. Nice. Okay, well, it's a shame about Africa because puppet governments is real nice, but I think we take grain sales, right? Even if we get purged. It's a classic. Classic irresistible headline. We'll probably try and hold Ask Not. Che's currently a free play. We'll get the mill ops from grain sales, so we might get to use arms race in anger. And the worst thing that can happen is we get purge quagmired. But we have a lot of keeping our heads above water to do. Ditching Europe for 1 VP would be good. We may even have to use Ask Not on Europe, which would be crap. Good. Oh, went Brezhnev, eh? Sneaky. So what do we like best here? The problem with Brazil is that Uruguay could get couped. So I think we have to go Venezuela, right? Be good. Ooh, not quite good enough. Almost, but not quite. That may have been a little greedy, but I'm willing to give it a go. Ooh, so this will be filling Venezuela. Oh, not quite filled. Okay, that's a bonus. Then we'll take Venezuela. Do we have any? Why is it? No. Okay, that's fine. So if they take Colombia, we coup, and we start a coup war, I guess. Bit of back and forth. But we'd like to take Panama and Mexico as well ahead of liberation theology. Africa's a disaster. I have to try and do something about that. Yeah, okay. So puppet governments is pretty worthless here, I think. Although I suppose we go into Saudi, Libya, and Mexico. Or Peru threaten. I think we need to fill Mexico. Threaten Chile. We'll pop one in Libya because we've got better access to Saudi. Yeah, that's fine. Mexico's the most annoying, but I guess getting liberation theology is real bad. If they don't play liberation theology, we'll probably drop Europe's scoring. Although I suppose we also need to convert Libya if they... So maybe we use containment to take Libya, Mexico, threaten Chile. So takes Chile? Okay. That opens the door for us in Asia, but we'll worry about it later. We'll move around the Middle East. But we'll try and event emit if we don't get Muslim Revolution, because we want to try and ditch South America scoring, Africa scoring, Lone Gunman, Central America scoring. There's lots of cards we can hit with emit, so it's a good effort. Yeah, nothing doing there. Okay, so now we ditch Europe scoring. We want to get arms race off, space South Africa unrest, and event emit, ideally. Event, space, event. Although, of course, that leaves Mexico very precarious to control. Oh, not nice. Thailand? Fails. That's big. Big if true. Well done, NASA. Well, we've seen Missile Envy go, so will they use the China card here or ditch Purge? But I like Emit here, and we're hoping to see Lone Gunman, Muslim Rev, Africa, Central America, South America. Those would be a golden 5 cards to pull. And if wishes were horses. China card. Just filling up. Getting ready for another brush war. Will event emit. We do alright. Those can all go. SocGov, South America, Cambridge 5, IND, Quagmire. Not all we wanted to see, but pretty good. SocGov, IND, Cambridge 5, Quagmire, South America scoring. Not often you get a Grand Slam. And we've got Ask Not to ditch nasty scoring cards, which we didn't get dealt, but we did get dealt ABM Treaty, which is good. So I think that has to be our headline, not least since we could get purged. Although, I suppose Missile Envy has gone. Salt. OPEC. Alliance Willy. Lads Indo-Pac. Libthy. ABM Treaty allows us to coup Pakistan, I guess. Although holding ABM Treaty allows us to coup. ABM Treaty will come down pre-purge, so we do headline ABM Treaty in case they headline purge, so we can get a strong coup off. Yeah. So where is essential? I suppose since we have Indo-Pakistani war, it's Panama. Nice. Venezuela? Venezuela? Yeah, Mexico. Yeah, that makes sense, but not a good result for them. Egypt is a 1 VP OPEC, so we will do it. So we'll be holding Ask Not. Alliance is a 3 VP play, but 3 VP over 2 ops, especially with the board the way they are, isn't a shabby shout. Indo-Pakistani War Flower Power is in play. That's worth remembering. Oh, okay. Oh, goes for the co-improve. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to use salt to retake Mexico. Hmm. Tragically, because of Purge, liberation theology isn't great. Although, of course, if we overprotect Mexico another notch, liberation theology doesn't take a region. Ooh, yeesh. Okay. So first of all is a straightforward coup on Colombia. Please don't roll a 1. 3's good. Okay. Coup counter coup time. Oh, a failure. That's great for us. Right, what do we want to do next? We want to put one more in Mexico with Willie, giving up a VP. Because now we can use alliance in Indo-Pakistani war to coup Colombia if we start a coup war, finishing with liberation theology, repairing Mexico. And we can still hold Arsenal to get rid of Africa scoring. Surprised the scoreline is still blue, but we've gotten fairly lucky so far. Africa's going to be a nightmare. And with Brush War and ABM Treaty gone as well, whoosh. Oh, double decal. Not too shabby. So what do we like here? I think we like eventing Alliance for Progress for 3 VP. Thailand looks oh so brushable there. And even when Def comes up, ABM realigns as well. Oh well, it's what it is. We shall go on. Mm-hmm. We will event Liberation Theology, yep. And then fix Mexico. Have I caught all the cards? Including Liberation Theology, it's 38.19. 39.19. I have missed something, as usual. Missile Envy? Yeah, we saw Missile Envy go. There we go. Yeah, not as bad as I usually am. So one back in Mexico. An AR-7. We're forced into using Indo-Pakistani war, giving up flower power. Might play into Lebanon for domination, of course. Pakistan and North Korea overprotect. Yeah, fine. Okay, so Middle East scoring in the headline versus Muslim Rev. Fine. Not great, but We've got Middle East scoring though, and we can ask not away. So what's the worst that could happen? Muslim Rev turns it to 1 VP. And we've got no other headline we'd rather play. So we'll headline it. And then, yeah, getting rid of a whole heap of... We'll have to see if OAS comes in handy or if we put it back in the deck as a nasty card for them to draw later. We'll definitely ditch you 2 instant. Nuclear test ban, Cuban Missile Crisis, Yasuri Bear Trap 5 year Shuttle Dip. So lots of 3-up cards still in the deck. We can get rid of a red one. Could hold nuclear subs with CIA gone and try and clean up Dodge a bit. Taking Nigeria and Zaire would be nice. Yep, just gets Millops. We get domination. Yeah, so Muslim Rev and Cult Rev are the last 2 red cards in the deck. Then otherwise it's looking very blue. Cure Mexico seems likely. It fails. That's pretty huge. So we could event OAS and start causing some havoc in Central America. Do we start by... I suppose we want to event John Paul with Europe the way it is. So we either want to event nuclear subs and go to town on Africa, but at some point we're going to ask not where Africa's scoring anyway. Need to overprotect Mexico, I guess. But even using a 1-up card's kind of annoying for that purpose. So maybe we event OAS. Yeah, event OAS, tap Brazil, overprotect Mexico. That'll do. Not great, but tolerable. Now, if they have Central America scoring, they may ditch it. Repairing Brazil first. Yeah, okay. Definitely don't want to give back. So here it's coup with nucleus, event nuclear subs, start cleaning up Dodge, ditching Africa at the end. Yeah, well, let's event nuclear subs. Because we can do stuff in Africa which may make us want to hold it. If we can flip Nigeria and Zaire, things look a little better. Warsaw Pact's not gone, of course, so we need to remember jamming Poland isn't risk-free. Blimey, I've got all the neutral 4-op cards, given how red the deck is. Yeah, that's a fairly savvy play. So we'll give them up a VP and we'll also play into Saudi to cover Muslim Rev. Not spectacular, but it'll do. Nixon and Yasuri still in the deck, so we could go to town on with the China card. Leveling up South America is attractive. If they coup Colombia, I think a 4-up coup on Brazil is probably the safest, in inverted commas, play to protect Venezuela as well. Self-trapping. Something I am not a fan of. See, now we could event John Paul and put 4 into Poland with the China card. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. At some point, yep, my bad. I think we just want to event it. So what do we want to do first? I think the China card coup on Brazil is probably not a bad idea. Level up a region in one fell swoop. But they've got plenty they want to give away to the trap. Yasuri being one of them. Okay. Camp David's alright. Colonial Rearguards does some stuff. Does less now Southeast Asia scoring's gone. Yeah, event Camp David, event John Paul, right? That seems to be the way to go. So, unless they have Central America scoring, they're holding 2 blue cards. Spacing 5. Gets there. Colonial Rearguards. Yeah, let's go Colonial Rearguards. Okay, we do want to put that back in the pack because it recurs. Oh my goodness, gracious me. That is a fistful of scoring cards. Heesh. Okay, but let's focus. So we got Nixon. So we think they got Shuttle Dip, Voice of America. We saw Special Relationship go again, didn't we? So I'm going to pretend that was... And they got Panama Canal returned. Yeah, I think so. I might be wrong on that. Okay, so we also got Korean War, ABM Treaty, and a fistful of scoring cards. South Europe, Middle East. Okay, so the greedy option's Middle East scoring first, and hope that we survive the coup in Mexico. They don't know we've been dealt, so they know we've got Central America scoring. But we've got ABM Treaty, yeah, so we'll go Middle East scoring first. Gosh, what a sheaf of scorers. But if we can drop all those cards for 0 and dodge Africa scoring, we're actually in War Games territory, which is kind of crazy. But the way it's structured, we can't take South America. We can't ABM coup Argentina, for example. See if we get missile envied here as well. We've got to hope for a little bit of luck. What do you think? Okay, decal's annoying but not tragic. 3 decals in one game. Lying in the depths of our imagination. So here comes the coup. Okay, it's good, but it's not good enough. We will give them Korean War. Oh, we will not. We will not, because of flower power. Whew. We'll give them the Pope. No. Nixon. Hmm. Hmm. I think we give. Do we give them Nixon? I think we give them Nixon because we don't have any obvious targets with the China card, and they don't have CIA for DEFCON. So let's do that. And if they probe, we can use ABM. Not necessarily delighted about that, but it's what it is. If they jam it, though, we definitely use ABM Treaty and hope for the best there. But using ABM Treaty to hope to give away 0 VP is bland. Okay. Oh dear. No sweat. Okay, well, we'll drop Europe scoring first. Well, not just like, I actually managed to get all the rear lines and conversions in South America I need. There it is. We can drop Central America first. So, yeah, fading South America scoring is going to be pretty big. Fading Africa scoring is going to be pretty big. But we can ABM treaty a region now, which is good. Yeah, maybe we do that now. ABM Nigeria. Let's hope no brush war. We'll space Korean War. Event South America scoring and event John Paul to frig with Europe. Mind, we need solidarity. War Games is now looking unlikely. There aren't a lot of positive VP things in the deck now. So trying to deal with Africa and holding on for final scoring is likely to be the American way. Oh no. Suez is still to come as well. I think we just have to give up John Paul there, which is annoying. Yep, tear down this wall still in the deck. De Gaulle finally got through. Yeah, we're going to need to tear down this wall now. Alas. Okay, that's fine. So, event South America scoring. Space a card at the end. So yeah, we don't have a ton of a bead on. We don't have any known cards in Antoine's deck now. Yeah, with Middle East scoring gone, War Games is distinctly improbable. But you never know. You never know. I suppose, I don't know. There are a few late VP things for the USA which might get us over the top. What's happening here? Okay, just slowly dealing with the Middle East. Fine. Space Korean War. Duck and cover. Could run into We Will Bury You, of course, but at this point it's probably worth the gamble. Cult Rev before Yasuri, I guess. I think, yeah, I think we do duck and cover to protect our coups. If they hit us with We Will Bury You, then well done them. It's tight, but I don't see a better headline. I don't see one that's not totally bland. So let's go with duck and cover. They're not peaking, so it would take a good read. Hey, maybe we're lucky and they headline Summit and we can blow them up, right? Or Olympic Games. But if they headline either Cal or We Will Bury You, we lose. Oh, well, Lone Gunman's fine. They get complete information, but can't get a coup off. And of course, unless they headline the Reformer, we get a Glasnost coup. So that might lead into arms race. So we've got some gambits here. There's still a line. So what's here? One into Egypt. And let's hope for no missile envy, because that would frig up the Middle East a little. If we can deal with Africa, then the pressure is on the USSR to try and get dominations in other areas, because we're slightly ahead on points, and hopefully there are other ways to achieve that. We may have to play Iran-Iraq war though, because we want to space Quagmire. We certainly don't want to be Quagmired. Yeah, I expect to see one Egypt maybe, and then it's just going to be attack and riposte, I guess, and we just hope to use Glasnost promptly. And we'll get turn 10 AR7 if we can make it that far. But with Lone Gunman out the deck, that seems good. Ooh. There's still some stuff that could go horrifically wrong, of course. A brush war on Thailand is huge. Interesting. Solidarity is a free play because I chickened on Okay, so we can use Culture Revolution. He's obviously sizing up for missile envying Muslim Rev, but we could hold Glasnost. Yeah, like that. We can hold Glasnost, and if he missile envies us, we give Glasnost, and Defcon goes up, and we get a coup. So we'll hold that for a while. Hold that thought. If they don't do that for a while, we could event Iran-Iraq war, giving up the 2 VP to hope to flip Iraq 1 in 3, and then event arms race. They've got perfect information, but that's going to slow them down. Yep, that seems sensible. Fails. So we will event Iran-Iraq war to get our mill-ops to threaten arms race. Be good. Boo. But now arms race is on, so they have to take a coup somewhere. And they have only Costa Rica. So that's a very poor tempo option. But they also don't want to give up 3 VP. Hmm. Choices. Okay, good. Update on card tracking. Unusual. Oh, this is a tight game. Central America ostensibly neutral, South America neutral, Asia neutral, slightly ahead of the Middle East, one behind in Europe. Africa's a problem, but several points ahead on the score tracker means it's nicely poised. Certainly means that. Ooh, 4-op cards are going to make life tricky. As well as not paying attention to where they went. Iran, yeah, sizing up but we'll hold off for now. So we'll take Egypt here because of Iranian hostage crisis. Yeah. So I expect to see Iran finishing being taken here. That makes the Middle East level. But we can then event arms race for another 3 VP. So event arms race, space quagmire, use Usuri River Skirmish for either the China card or for ops. And then if we get missile Envid AR7, we give them Glasnost. And we could coup a Middle East country with Muslim Rev afterwards. I'm putting a lot into missile envy here. Could just be rampantly speculating. Playing around one card might be an error. Ortega's gone 2. DEFCON, not an issue. Yeah, so we'll event arms race. The rare US scoring arms race twice game, which is unusual. Ooh, that's nice. So Yusuri repairs. If they miss Envy now, we give them Glasnost, coup with Quagmire, and try and one-time Muslim Rev, but that's not great. We really like to space Quagmire. Really, really. We'd be giving up a lot in the Middle East, mind. Whew. Okay. Not quite set up rear lines, though. Splendid. AR7, are you missile envying us? Yep. Oh well, at least I read it right. So we give him Glasnost and coup Africa with Muslim Revolution, I guess. The alternative is we hold Glasnost another turn, but it just means the Reformer might play in, so we just look silly if War Games comes up, I guess, but let's coup Zaire. I know we got to give missile envy, duh. Okay. So Muslim Rev safe. Okay, it could have gone a lot worse. Right, so we're looking for a 3 or a 4 or higher, please. Okay, good. And we got the Reformer. Brilliant. Okay. Still got Muslim Rev. Che. East European Unrest. Independent Reds. Warsaw back. Star Wars isn't on, but we could make it with a space of the Reformer. Kitchen Debates is no good. South African Unrest. Okay, so not a fantastic hand. East European Unrest. Yeah, that's the headline. Going for India. That's big. That is a big 50-50. Please miss. Oh, huge. We do need to overprotect Japan, speaking of Asia. So what's currently worth Star Warsing? ABM, Treaty, Voice of America, definitely Voice of America, yeah. Yeah, fine. We'll start by overprotecting Japan. We've got time to space. Don't want to get one small step. Africa Dom is a shame, but it's what it is. Yeah. Iran-Contra. kitchen debates. So Space the Reformer, try and Star Wars VOA. Che is another option for us because then we can coup Colombia with it. Or do we space South Africa and rest? No, we're doomed in South Africa. We want to space the Reformer or Muslim Rev, certainly. Yeesh, tight game. Okay, so that was Portuguese Empire crumbles to repair Europe. We're not playing into any regions yet, so yeah, space the Reformer. Please don't have one small step. One small step's the literal worst card they can have. Because otherwise, please miss. Oh, it's another massive 50-50, eh? Let's resolve Che first. Tap down there, looking for a VOA. Oh, boo! So we still use Star Wars VOA to clear out Zaire, take Angola, and mess with Algeria. And now we play into Zaire, of course. Oh, it's... Ugh. That Africa domination has actually swung the compass a bit, hasn't it? So he's Warsaw to overtake Angola, take Zaire, deal with South Africa and rest, hold Muslim revolution, and hope turn 10 AR7 we can do just enough to keep our nose ahead. Woof! Tight game. Nice, get some Veeps here. Where'd they go? Algeria and Zimbabwe. Okay. 2 in each of those. We give you Warsaw Pact, which we're annoyed about, because it may threaten domination in Europe, of course. They could go to Romania, to Czechoslovakia, and start to threaten Europe, but then they leave themselves exposed to things like tear down this wall. But it's getting hairy. Oh boy, getting real hairy. And we need a coup. Zimbabwe, I guess. Okay, that's good news for us. Or going for the double discard. No. If they're double discarding us, we take the coup first, of course. So where's our highest leverage points at the moment? Africa and the Middle East. Level in Asia, level in South America. Effectively level in Central America, although a core Mexico does a difference there, and an ops war in Europe. Blimey. What a game. And a 1-op AR7. So we will event first, because they can't flip Angola. And let's hope they don't get one small step, so we get a crack at the 3VP square. And we get to peak. That's not worth nothing in turn 10. Yeah, and we just put 2 in Angola. Grain is good. Grain is real good. Aldrich is great, because we can ditch Muslim Rev with it if we need to. A lot of red cards, but we can do something with them all. Latin American debt crisis. Repair Venezuela. Okay, terrorism's annoying, but we definitely grain sales them here. Giving up 3 VP is annoying, but necessary. What's our coup target? Algeria? Iran's just so bad. Yeah. Nice. What do you hit? Great. Less good. So they are now getting AR7, which is pretty huge. We're going to have to do a lot of eventing and repairing too. Event and repair SOCGov, event and repair Latin America, Space Muslim, and Aldrich AR6. Ooh. So we do really have to hope that space comes off. So could lose here on final scoring. Oh, this is huge. Got there. There we go. And we fail on space. So that's probably the game lost in turn 10. The combination of not having an AR7. Oh, well, that's good. Well, we made it to turn 10. Now we're toast. Let's just race through it. Wait! Oh! No. Repair, knowing we're not discarding in South America. Held out as long as we could, but there we go. Such is life. That looks like the playoffs in ITSL this year are not going to happen. Be modest now. There's no way back. I mean, you know, if there was a DEFCON card, which I don't think there is, that they couldn't space, which they can, and they've got the China card, and I don't have any means to take it off them. So The jig is up. Decent fight, though. Missed their play. Purge. Yeah, that's fine. Europe domination is another problem I'm not going to be able to fix in time. Oh, yes, that'll do it. Just you wait for socialist governments, buddy. So yeah, probably no playoffs this ITSL, but that's fine. I've been regressing to the mean for a couple of years now. I think I was lucky to make the playoffs the last couple of years. So it's all come crumbling down. We've got Rutzel coming up though. Lots of games coming up in the near future. So there's one. Yeah, that's true actually. 5, 6, 7. No. Yeah. There's not enough DEF CON cards in the world. Well. Good game. Made it to final. So yeah, I'll see you in the next couple of weeks for a bunch of games now that Rutzel's on as well. Plenty of gaming volume coming. Yeah. Very well done. Virtually no leverage anywhere. Well, let's see where their last playout goes, but it doesn't matter too much. Will it end on VP is the question. Possibly with Asia and Europe and the scoreline the way it is. Although Africa's domination, possibly. We'll see. I think it'll go to final, but it's going to be close. There we go, final scoring. So yeah, there was no way to beat them on DEF CON in the end anyway. Such is life. Final scoring does it again. So thanks for watching, and I will see you again sometime soon. Bye for now. Thanks a lot.